Blast from the Grassroots, connecting people and sharing ideas.
Hi, this is Arlene.
This is Grace.
And we are continuing our Blast from the Grassroots with Gowri, which is the actor, and also Kim on the line. She is the director of the film How I Met Your Mother. No, just kidding. It's about a prince, and the prince finding the journey in the more essential way of finding the journey in life. So, Kim, what is the title of the play?
Actually, the full title is The Little Twins, Live Theatre with Visual Projection, because we sort of combine live acting with projection acting, like the actor acting in the projection itself.
I see. And how long it took you to set up the whole story and then get in all the actors and act it out?
Actually, I experienced it twice because I've done it the same thing, not really like the same thing. It's longer. I did an hour of The Little Prince and Live Theatre Visual Projection for an hour for my final year project.
Mm-hmm.
For my in order to graduate in University of Science Malaysia as acting and directing graduate, you will have to complete a play, which is more than 45 minutes.
Mm-hmm.
So I already did that once, and that took me like around 1.5 years. And this time it took me. It actually started during June because I applied. This performance is actually under the Next Artist program under Damansara Performing Arts Centre. So I applied during June. So June until now, it's like October. So it's now June. 5 months. Yeah.
Wow, 5 months on the road to completion. Yeah. So why you choose this particular story? Why not Romeo and Juliet? You know,
very classic, Arlene.
Because actually there's a story behind why I chose this for my final year project. You know, I read this book in Indonesia, back in Indonesia. It's a book belongs to my friend Aina. So when I read it, I really love it. It's like an inspiration. It's like it makes me question myself, like why do we exist? Why do we exist in this world? Like are we really tied up with things that we think is important, which it might not be really that important? So it's like Romeo and Juliet. I don't really think I like that kind of story. You know, it's sad. Okay? It's like it makes me question. Like it makes me feel like, okay, why do I exist? And there is no answer. But for The Little Prince, it's like questions for yourself, and then you can find solutions throughout the story, throughout the journey of The Little Prince. It brings you understand what is the real meaning of existing in this world.
I see.
So that is why I choose this story. And plus, it's very fantasy-like, you know, like the prince, like you travel from planet to planet. So, and then I've already thought of making something different for the theatre performance for my final year project, because I think live theatre it's more like conventional. So I think I want to do something different. So because this story is quite fantasy-like, I think I can combine it with something modern, like a modern way of doing the theatre.
So for this, did you actually reform the story, or is it based on the original storyline?
Previously we based on the original storyline, but we did make some changes because anyhow it's actually a novel-like story. So you have to sort of adapt it into a stage script.
Stage what?
I had to cut down like a script for a stage.
Oh, okay. Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Let's talk. Sorry to interrupt, but let's talk to one of your actors here, Gowri. So what is her role? Why you choose Gowri as part of your actor team?
Because she can act. She's the acting director of course. And then because that I think that she can play the concept the character well, because she could move. the confident man has to be very confident, and Gowri is one of the very confident person I've ever met.
Too confident, I think.
So yeah, that is why.
Gowri, do you have anything to say? What was your feeling when you got the part?
Actually, the part of the conceited man, or in this case we change it to conceited lady, is a lot more difficult than I thought, because it's not just about exaggerating, it's not just about overacting and giving people that conceited feeling. It goes back to how much you can fool people into thinking that someone who is not beautiful or is not really that great itself, but is actually projecting themselves to be that way. And she's so conceited that she just thinks that she's the best, she's the most intelligent, the most beautiful on the planet, and she believes it so much that people start believing it too and start clapping for her and all.
Wow, that's very psychological.
Yeah, that's the
way
thing.
of
So
manipulating people in that way.
Manipulating
people and herself too. Actually, it's a you can say maybe she's kind of schizophrenic as well, kind of delusional, because that's
exactly.
really not who she is.
But then it's also, well, from there we can learn the lesson: believe in it will come true.
So, what are other existential meaning that were embedded in this play?
Actually, for all the character in the original story, it's all archetypal character, in the sense that we have all kinds of people around us, which is like that as well. You know, like from starting the king. The king is the people that is hunger for power. You know, you can see a lot in Malaysia in the political industry, and then the second one, really conceited man, which is people who is narcissistic. You know, like which is. You can see a lot of that in Facebook as well. People, the selfie phenomena and such. And then the third one will be the tipper. Tipper is people that is addicted, that has certain addiction. You know, the industry is drink. Drink is bad. Yeah, she has their addiction. You know, it's like the addiction is like drug addiction, it's like alcohol addiction, it's like you know it's wrong, but then you keep on doing it. You just don't find resolution. And then the fourth planet is the lamplighter. And then the lamplighter is like, they are like, you know, they work. They think that it's an order. They work. You can find a lot of people in that, you know, in the working industry. That they work, they are unhappy, they don't know why they are working, but still they are working. They don't find a meaning. Like, what is the meaning of existing? They think that, oh, it is to work. Get married, get kids, and then that's all. You're unhappy, it's okay.
And they just follow orders. They don't question anything.
They don't question. It's like they just follow the norm.
Sounds like our education system.
Yeah, it is. So when I do this, I thought of like a lot of these archetypal characters. It makes us question, like, why do we exist? Why do we exist? Like, do we want to be like the king? Are we going to be like hunger for power and chasing after power? Is that why we are existing? Actually, it's not. And then throughout the journey of the Little Prince, it actually taught us like the most important thing of existing is to prove your existence through your relationship with another person that is existing. That is the most important part in life, I think. If you exist and you just chase after power, you just chase after fame, and then you got yourself addicted to something, or you just follow rules and you don't really live your life, then you don't exist.
What's your favorite character, you know? Besides the prince, of course.
I guess it's the pilot.
Why the pilot's character
the pilot
touched you a
wasn't-
lot? Is it the kind of value it gives to you?
Yes.
The character value? What was the pilot's character?
It's more like, because the story is actually a biographical novel written by Antoine. So Antoine is actually the pilot as well in the story. And the Little Prince is like his inner child. So both Little Prince and the pilot is actually Antoine himself. It's how he sees the world. So that is why I like the pilot as well. Because he is actually the writer.
I'm a little bit curious here, where this whole performance, you have the visual effect, if I'm not mistaken.
Yeah.
Visual projection, that's what you said, is it?
Yes, it is.
So how is it actually performed with the theater actor and actresses on the stage?
Yeah.
Is it more focused on the lights, or?
The light, actually, visual projection itself is a light.
Okay.
Yeah, the projection itself is a light.
Mm.
It projects light, and then it projects the visual through the light.
So this
Basically, we don't use other lights except the projection for the
I see.
visual actor and the live actor acting part.
Mm.
We only use lights for the live action.
so
Between the text and the.
Oh, right. Okay.
Other than that, it's just the projection light.
I see. Okay.
and the prince in the story is actually projected on the screen at the back, so the actors actually interact with the screen instead of having the co-actor next to them.
Oh, so you
So-
mean that there will be a print,
Mhm.
which is from the projection, I mean visual projector, and then from there, audience can interact with the what's been screened.
The actors themselves interact
Oh.
with the projection.
Oh, that's interesting. Oh,
Yeah.
okay.
So instead of having the
confusing,
co-actor
but-
on stage, the
Uh-huh.
co-actor is like on the wall but still
Oh.
talking to you.
Oh, so
Yeah.
you mean that all those actors'
Mhm.
performance, they're actually hiding behind the stage? Is that what you mean?
No, they're just projected.
Are projected from the.
Yeah.
Oh, awesome.
Will be projected.
Ah,
So the live actors actually have to interact with the projected actor. And the projected actor, it was pre-recorded.
but
So
why
you
are you
cannot
using
do
this method?
Because as I mentioned earlier, it's because it's very fantasy-like. You know, it's very fantasy-like.
Mm.
When I do projection, you know, if I do the visual actor,
Uh-huh.
my visual actor can do anything. He can fly. He can be floating on a stone,
Mhm.
on an asteroid, broken asteroid.
Mhm.
He can do anything. Because we pre-record it and then we cut in visual projection.
So definitely it
Yeah,
brings
visual
more imagination, and then.
Yes, yes, yes.
Mm.
It's more out of the box. It's
Mm.
not like he's restricted. You know, if he's on stage, he's on stage.
I see. Then what are the challenges that you can actually encounter when it comes to visual projection method? Because you will have, I mean, in terms of the technicality, you will have faced some, technical issues, perhaps,
Yeah.
and also the synchronization will be another issue, isn't it?
Exactly. About the technicalities, I wrote a thesis about it, you know, for my uni degree. So basically, we need a lot of trial and error when it comes to projection, because there's a lot of uncertainty. We doesn't know how it will turn out. And for the size, when we do visual projection, the size matters, you know. So a little bit different, then we'll have to do it again. And then doing it again, it's not like we just type something wrongly and then just edit it and then type it again. It's not like that. It's like you have to key in, you know, in the After Effects, like you need to change it in the software, and after that, only you can export it. And export it takes time, and the doing takes time. It's like everything takes time. So the major problem for the technicalities is like it takes a lot of time. And after you have changed everything and then it was successfully delivered, you have the footages already. But then you need to check again. And if there's something wrong again, then you need to repeat the process all over again. So it's when it comes to this time, like it's very time consuming as well, because we are working.
I see.
So this time the major problem is that me and my friend Gowri, which is directing as well, we are both working right now. So the time is not sufficient for us to solve the technicalities problem. You know, like she has to work, and then she will have to pass the footages. And after that, she will have to render it, change it, modify it, and then render it out. So that's the major challenge that we face
I see.
for the technicality part. And sometimes there might be problems, because when you deal with technology, sometimes your phone can just die without reason, So projector can, have problem as well without any time. You just stop there.
I want to ask both of you, Gowri and also Kim Tan. What is the character that you felt most closely associated to your own life? Because I think it depicted many characters that focusing many part of understanding of what is the meaning of life. But from your own personal life, which character is closely associated to your own?
Very first or
What is it?
Very will go first or I'll go first.
What is that?
Oh, you said Gowri first or me
Oh, Kim Tan first.
Actually, all is quite close because you cannot say the politician is far from you because whatever decision they make an impact on you, But I guess I will say the lamplighter because you can see a lot of people like close to us, like you can see at the working place, you can see maybe your friends, and then people that they follow the flow, like follow the rat race, like whatever people are doing, they don't question, So it sometimes just makes me think like, why don't you question? Why don't you search for meaning of what you're doing? If you're working, if you're unhappy, why don't you quit? Why do you think that we must work for a certain job? Why do you think so? And if you're unhappy, you can just move. And if you are really like, you don't know why you are doing it, then why don't you search for meaning for it? Even if you are like, maybe, let's say you are a construction worker, you can still feel like you enjoy the job. It's like if I imagine if I'm a construction worker, I'll feel very proud if I'm the one who's involved in building maybe like the MRT thing. When I saw it, I know I built it with my flesh and blood. You need to search for meaning for it. But apparently a lot of people are not doing that. They just go to university, like when you ask them, why did you come to university? I don't know. Everybody does. Why are you working? I don't know. Everybody does. Why are you getting married? I don't know. Everybody does.
They're so typical questions and an answer. Yeah.
Are you getting a boyfriend? I don't know.
So it's like, why do everyone think that is how you prove that you exist? So I feel like the lamplighter will be the character that I feel people should really watch, and then they should think about it. And what are they doing with their life?
As much as the whole as much as the whole storyline sounds very fantasy and then very interesting, but at the same time it's got its own depth inside the story.
Which, like, a lot of people like to say that it's a children's story, but actually it's not at all. It's very deep. Children would never understand.
Exactly.
They never understand until they grow up, and then they start being one of the archetypal characters. Everybody, every one of us actually has a little bit of the archetypal character in our body. Every one of us has a bit of king, have a bit of geographer, have a bit of lamplighter, but it's how you control your mind. It's how you manage to settle with this character in your body.
That I can truly agree with that.
Yeah, don't let it overrule you. Like don't let the hunger of the power, the feelings overrule you. That's what happened to all politicians.
Well, that's true, yeah. But after all, just be yourself and do what you love to do and enjoy whatever you do.
Yeah.
Yes. Well, so this, the Little Prince, the theater performance, it's actually, to summarize everything, it's a combination of live actors with the visual projection experiences, and also it is conducted and presented by Glowing Planet Production. So, where can the audience find the information to attend this performance?
They can actually click the event page. Which I think Gowri could share it in Dual ASEAN.
Yeah.
Oh yes, please do.
Yeah, or they can just go to www.dpack.com.my
Mm-hmm.
or just go to Damansara Pack itself to get the ticket.
All right. And
Yeah.
then do you have any discounts?
I
When like a
heard that
student's
they-
member or
28 ringgit for the normal price, and then if you're a DPAC member, you get 23.
I see.
Yeah.
And Gowri, you haven't answered yours yet.
Yes.
Oh, I think the character that I can mostly relate to or that I feel strongly about is the businessman, because in the play it's depicted as someone who is just counting his stars, which is all which he owns, and he's just counting how much money he has, how much he has in the bank, and he wants to keep making more money, and that's like his only priority in life. And it's okay for all of us to have ambitions. It's okay to earn your money and all, but that shouldn't be your only concern in life. There's a lot of other things that matters as well.
So do you think that your lives is like that?
I'll make sure it doesn't become like that.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
But in today's world, it's hard not to be like that, right? I mean,
It is difficult not to get caught up in the whole globalization, the whole thing
or
about
the rat race, they call
yeah,
it. The
and
whole rat race.
The whole thing about buying a house, buying an expensive car,
Keeping
buying
up with the
expensive
Jonases.
clothes. But it goes back to who you are as a person and what really gives you satisfaction in life.
Being a prince, a little prince, I would say. Anyway, how can people see this play later on? No, I mean, how can sorry, not how can. Do you think it's suitable for more than just young kids?
Yeah, of course. I think I would play the age range that goes like maybe 10 until like endless age. Yeah,
So-
because I think everyone could relate to it actually, because of the archetypal character that we have.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
So there you go, The Little Prince, this Friday. Thank you, Gowri, and thank you, Kim Tan, for sharing your very interesting play with us. We hope you can run smoothly the play, and definitely more people will be excited about the story, especially it
Okay.
address existential meaning of life.
Thank you.
Thank you very much. Bye.
Bye.